Welcome to Hero Villains. Thank you for always watching and supporting the channel. Who do you think will win between Luke Cage versus Iron Man? Luke Cage, also known by the nickname Power Man, is a hero with a body enhanced after a failed medical experiment. He possesses skin as hard as steel, extraordinary resistance to blows, superhuman strength that can lift dozens of tons and recover from wounds quickly. Cage does not need weapons, does not wear armor, and is still ready to rush into battle like an impenetrable mobile wall. Iron Man, aka Tony Stark, is a technological genius and outstanding strategist. His strength lies not in his body, but in his modern armor that is constantly improved over time. Iron Man's armor can fly, is bulletproof, withstands extreme pressure and temperature, and integrates a series of heavy weapons such as repulsors, guided missiles, high-energy lasers, and advanced artificial intelligence systems. Before we dive into the analysis, please click the subscribe button. Please remember to turn on notifications and click the bell icon. Thank you very much. Luke Cage, also known as Power Man, is a remarkable case in the world of superheroes. Initially, his physical strength was only enough to lift about 2 to 5 tons, which made him not considered a fighter with the strongest punch. However, what makes Luke Cage stand out is his almost impenetrable skin, as hard as solid steel, providing extraordinary resistance to bullets, impacts, and heavy fire after the Heroes for Hire event. Luke fell into a situation of being wanted for being suspected of being involved in the death of Iron Fist. He was forced to go into hiding and give up the Power Man moniker and change his appearance to avoid attention. He wears a black t-shirt and a thick leather jacket, evoking an image of toughness, resilience, and inner strength. During his escape, he encounters Bushmaster and is caught up in a chain of events that leads to his second power upgrade. After this transformation, Luke Cage's physical strength skyrockets, estimated to be able to lift 25 tons. More remarkably, after many years of tireless work, his strength continues to improve, currently being able to lift up to 50 tons. The jacket he often wears now is specially designed, with a material that simulates the durability of steel, both to protect and reflect his own inner strength. Luke Cage's constant progress is a testament to the perseverance and maturity of a hero from the streets of Harlem. He doesn't need high-tech armor or alien weapons. Luke Cage has proven time and again that his strength far exceeds his own limits. He often displayed sudden physical outbursts, as if the energy in his body had been completely released. He lifted a heavy bulldozer over his head and threw it away as if it were an insignificant obstacle, without showing any signs of tension or grimacing. He also once bent a thick metal baseball bat with his bare hands as easily as bending a dry branch. In a confrontation, Luke Cage defeated Rhino with just a single punch. Rhino is a formidable foe, having fought the Hulk himself, so defeating him in the blink of an eye only confirms Luke's position in the ranks of superpowered warriors. Luke Cage can lift or move extremely heavy objects that ordinary people cannot even dream of. When the engine of the tractor trailer failed, he simply lifted the massive vehicle and carried it across 7 city blocks. The action was so powerful that it caused a slight tremor in the area. Not only his hands, but his legs also possess extraordinary strength. A jump from Luke Cage can take him over tall buildings with a force reminiscent of the way the Hulk moves in urban areas. His legs possess surreal muscle density, allowing him to jump dozens of meters with just a slight bounce. One of his kicks can send a woman flying off the ground, with the force of the impact spreading like a thunderbolt, both destructive and brutal. Now, as I said and mentioned above, his initial strength increased, 75 tons is his current peak. Now, that doesn't mean he can't get higher, but it doesn't mean he's weak. Over time, his durability and strength have increased to the point where he now requires adamantium blades or extremely high-powered lasers to cut his skin, and he has been seen lifting objects weighing over 50 tons with ease. Some say he's getting closer to the 100-ton mark. Currently, Luke Cage has reached a level of physical strength that many people are amazed by. He is strong enough to push back notorious opponents like Hulk or The Thing with a single well-placed strike. In direct confrontations with The Thing, Luke not only was not overwhelmed, but also showed his superiority many times. There were times when the two were evenly matched, but there were also many times when he took the initiative. He showed his true power among the top fighters with physical strength. Luke Cage has faced many fighters with superior fighting background and physical strength, such as Namor, Iron Fist, and even Red Hulk. While he doesn't always win outright, he consistently holds his ground in combat, showing incredible consistency on both offense and defense. What's unique about Luke is his incredibly high damage tolerance, allowing him to continue fighting even when hit with devastating attacks. While he doesn't have many notable giant lifts, when compared directly to characters like the Thing and Namor, who are known for their ability to lift hundreds of tons, Luke Cage is no exception. People who can fight toe-to-toe or push back beings of the Thing's caliber are often considered to be capable of lifting objects weighing over 100 tons, and Luke Cage, judging by his actual combat performance, certainly deserves that title. His physique combined with his steel skin and raw strength make him a living fighting machine. He didn't need any technology, magic, or special equipment. With just his fists and his iron will, he was able to shake even the strongest opponents on the battlefield. Tense moment when fighting the Hulk, Luke Cage threw a full force punch at the Hulk, putting all his strength into the blow. However, the punch only sent the Hulk back a few steps to the ground, barely making a significant impact on the giant creature's body. Immediately after the Hulk retaliated, his attack carried the weight of an earthquake. Luke Cage was thrown into the air, his body flying through the urban sky like a giant living bullet. He was thrown so far that he repeatedly crashed into a series of tall buildings. He crushed at least 4 skyscrapers, each collapsing or being cut off by the terrible force of the impact. Even though Luke Cage has strength that surpasses most superheroes on Earth, he still can't match the pure rage that is Hulk. I really hope you subscribe to the channel, it will help us a lot, and moreover, you will see great videos every day. You are the best, thank you very much. Tony Stark is the embodiment of intelligence beyond his time, a genius inventor and engineer with an IQ of up to 186. He not only designed the famous Iron Man armor, but also the father of advanced artificial intelligence systems such as Jarvis and Friday, machines capable of thinking, fighting, and analyzing tactics like real humans. The technologies developed by Stark have shaped the entire technical depth of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, leaving a deep and lasting mark. To this day, Iron Man is one of the heroes who possesses strength. His armor is not only a technological masterpiece, but also a solid shield that can withstand the terrible pressure from powerful cosmic attacks. In a fierce battle, a powerful energy blast blew him hundreds of feet away, but the armor still did not break, proving its superior durability and shock absorption. Iron Man's fighting ability is also often unfairly underestimated. In his confrontation with Thanos, an entity with power on par with the gods, Iron Man not only survived but also succeeded in tearing Titan's skin and taking his blood. This is extremely significant because even the Hulk, a creature famous for his limitless muscular strength, could not do that. Iron Man once blocked a blow from Thanos, albeit for a moment. He also escaped the brutal grip of Cool Obsidian, a giant warrior strong enough to tear apart the Hulk Buster armor. Iron Man himself also blocked a direct attack from Cool. Although speed is not Tony Stark's forte, while suspended in mid-air in his most uncontrollable state, he still dodged Cool Obsidian's attack. The armor's reflex system works almost instantly, helping him stay alive in extremely dangerous situations. In one fight, he threw the Hulk around like he was a toy, something that very few people are capable of doing. His armor also helped him survive a giant meteorite that would have easily killed anyone else. Tony Stark possesses a rare combination of technological genius and warrior spirit. He can design and customize armor for each individual, based on both physiological characteristics and combat needs. That's why Pepper Potts has a rescue armor that fits her perfectly, or War Machine has heavily armed variants. Even Spider-Man received a special costume from Stark, a suit of armor that integrates modern technology, designed specifically for the teenager's flexible fighting style. Tony Stark's technology is clearly demonstrated in the Mark 85 armor. This is a super engineering masterpiece that can withstand the tremendous energy from the Infinity Stones. It was this armor that allowed him to absorb all of their power, and in just one decisive moment, he used that very energy to break the Infinity Gauntlet, turning the entire tide of battle. From an eccentric genius hiding behind an arrogant mask, Tony Stark has risen to become a symbol of courage, creativity, and absolute dedication. Iron Man's greatest advantage lies not only in technological power, Tony Stark does not simply create powerful armors, but he also expands the concept of armor to the scope of modern warfare. He has developed a stealth armor capable of slipping through advanced tracking and radar systems, a giant Hulkbuster armor designed specifically to deal with mechanically powerful entities like the Hulk, and a biological armor that can be deployed from within the body, a technology that almost reaches the limits of biology and machinery. Stark also creates non-metallic armor to neutralize Magneto's ability to control metal, as well as armor against Spider-Man's spider sense. Which armor is a solution to a problem, and Tony Stark is always one step ahead in every situation. In the Marvel Universe, there are many brilliant minds, such as Reed Richards, Hank Pym, or Bruce Banner. But what makes Tony Stark different is his ability to turn intelligence into a tool of action. He is not only a person with deep knowledge of science and technology, but also a person with strategic vision and almost limitless reflexes. He graduated from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, at the age of 17 and quickly built a powerful technology empire under the name Stark Industries. The image of Iron Man is a superhero who combines brains and courage. Tony Stark is considered the greatest genius on Earth. Every time he appears, he does not just bring a suit of armor, but a whole arsenal of flexible, bold solutions. Unlike Batman, Iron Man's strength has been upgraded over the years, and the result is a superhero who can never be separated from his costume because it is hidden inside him. And while Iron Man has had a collection of suits over the years, all with different capabilities, the suits that are part of Iron really make him a superhero. Starting with Iron Man's Extremis armor and evolving into the Bleeding Edge armor, Tony Stark has been able to create a suit that is in tune with his mind and body, controlled by his thoughts and implanted directly into his nervous system via nanotechnology. Iron Man's suits can be stored inside his bones, deploying whenever the situation calls for it. This power not only gives Iron Man the element of surprise when an attacker thinks they have the advantage over him, but also puts Iron Man more on par with the rest of the heroes of the Marvel Universe, seemingly ordinary people who can unleash their powers at any time, regardless of what they're wearing. Iron Man's ability to tap into the world's communication systems is actually more complicated than it seems, and the average Iron Man fan won't know what he can do with this power. Thanks to Tony merging with his Iron Man armor after the events of Extremis, he can actually talk to and listen to machines around the world without the need for his suit. This is because Tony's brain has developed a technological connection with the world's machinery, and as a result, he can tap into any system he wants and do whatever he wants with it. This is just another hidden power that makes Iron Man's life a lot easier. Iron Man is a great superhero because he doesn't have a limited number of tricks that he has to rely on over and over again. Thanks to his genius intellect and the other powers he has accumulated since becoming Iron Man, he can keep bringing new abilities to surprise his enemies and delight his fans. Iron Man is much better equipped than Luke Cage. He designed suits to literally stand up to gods. The Endosim suit stood up to Black Bolt, the most powerful of the Inhumans. It absorbed Storm's lightning, then thrown it back, and it was so powerful it hurt her. The girl who could summon electrical storms got struck by lightning. That Buster suit, yeah, it stood up to Skyfather Thor, his most powerful physical form, able to travel billions of times the speed of light and move planets on his own. Now, the suit didn't win, but the fact that it could even stand up to such power speaks for itself. Luke Cage doesn't stand a chance. He's still human. No matter how powerful a human he is, he's the result of genetic experimentation, engineering to improve human durability. Face off against one of the smartest people in the Marvel Universe, who fought gods until he stopped and took down the Hulk on a rampage. I'm no scientist, but Tony sure is. If he had to, I have no doubt he could come up with something that could defeat Luke's unbreakable skin. Not to mention, I'm willing to bet that those armors are strong enough to overwhelm Luke's durability. The experiments have made him tougher, but the structure he's built has its limits in terms of density. I've never seen this guy fight the likes of Thor or Hulk. What about you? Just saying. And on top of that, while Luke has a few fighting styles at his disposal, Tony has literally all of them at his disposal. The Model Prime / Bleeding Edge armor actually has enhanced hardware and programming built in to take advantage of the armor's increased strength and speed, allowing it to read its opponent's movements and defeat them with the perfect counterattack. You really can't beat that. The Bleeding Edge moves faster than an Extremis enhanced soldier can track. Remember that an average human can track a human-sized object at up to 9,000 miles per hour. And an extremist man can see faster than that, and Iron Man still runs faster than him. Luke Cage is a character with superior physical strength, almost absolute endurance. He has faced powerful forces and survived countless close-range battles. His body is almost impenetrable, resistant to both artillery shells and extremely high-pressure collisions. However, despite Luke Cage's impressive feats, most of them still revolve around close-range combat. The biggest difference between Luke Cage and Iron Man is the range of influence and the scale of his power. Iron Man is not just a warrior in steel armor, but a technological icon that can change the course of an entire battlefield in seconds. While Luke Cage is limited by gravity and terrain, Tony Stark can soar into the atmosphere, beyond the Earth's atmosphere, and operate effectively in the vacuum of space. He has faced off against cosmic entities many times, using his intellect and technology to gain the upper hand that Luke had no chance of approaching, let alone being able to deal with. Although Luke Cage is a fierce warrior with an indomitable spirit and incredible endurance, against a technological genius like Tony Stark, who possesses an endless arsenal, the ability to fly across planets, and has faced Thanos, the outcome is clear. The victory belongs to Iron Man, not because Luke is weak, but because Stark simply played on a completely different level, and the winner is Iron Man. I hope you enjoyed this fight. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Follow me if you like. That's it for today's video. Thanks a lot.